Hi, today we're going to be looking at an exercise session that I performed with my client. His SMART goal is to be able to increase the number of repetitions of pull-ups he can do. Specifically, he would like to be able to do 15 repetitions. Based on this, we are going to be looking at increasing his muscular endurance and targeting the muscles that are used during pull-ups, the upper body, a lot of upper body work, biceps, latissimus dorsi, triceps, posterior deltoids, all those muscles, and trapezius, all those muscles. We're going to be looking at engaging those in the exercise. Based on previous evaluation on my client, I was able to see quite some slight structural deviations. So I would start my client in the stability and mobility phase, then progress to the movement phase, and then end up in the load phase, where he's going to spend most of his time in the load training phase. That's actually where we're going to be looking at today, all the way from the warm-up all the way to the end of the exercise. But really, we're going to be looking at muscular endurance. That is our focus on increasing that determines our frequency, the frequency of how many times we work out per week. So 3 times per week is how many times is recommended. The intensity, usually we're going to do 65%, 1 rep max. The sets, how many sets we'll do, how many repetitions we will do, and the type of exercise we'll do, and the tempo of how we're doing the eccentric and concentric contractions. That's going to be later talked about during the exercise session. All those will be mentioned. So I hope you enjoy. All right, we're going to start with some myofascial release. Be for 60 seconds. And arms up and go. Nice and slow. Slow and controlled. Make sure you're getting all the way up into that shoulder area. There you go. Just warming up the muscles, warming up that fascia. Loosening it up for exercise. Our exercise is going to be focused on upper body. All right, we'll do more myofascial release. Getting that latissimus dorsi muscle. Loosening it up. For time's sakes, we won't show the full, but normally for a warm-up for the exercise, for the workout session, we will do a full 60 seconds on each side. All right, now we're going to do the next step in the warm-up, and that is a unilateral press with a ipsilateral stance. As my client is shown here, he will be doing 2 sets, 15 repetitions with controlled tempo. So 3-second concentric and 3-second eccentric contractions with 30-second rest intervals. So what I want you to do is I want you to go a little bit slower, controlling your tempo. There you go. And then bring it back slow. There you go. We'll do 15 repetitions. For time's sake, we're not going to show both sets, but just know that it'll be 2 sets of 15 repetitions with 30-second rest intervals with 5-pound resistance, just for a warm-up. All right, so next for warm-up, we're going to do thoracic matrix and the staggered stance. So we have 2 sets of 15 repetitions with controlled tempo and a 15-second rest interval. And you can go ahead and begin doing those. We have the arms out, stretch, nice, slow and controlled tempo. Okay, and then we'll have the reach with the one arm behind the back. All right, and then the other side. Good, and then the reach with the one arm across. Good. Get that good stretch in. Good. So we would do, like I said, 2 sets, 15 repetitions of this thoracic matrix in a normal warm-up, but for time's sake, we will limit how many we will show. Okay, so next in the warm-up, we're doing the overhead press with 5-pound dumbbells, 2 sets, 15 repetitions on each side with a controlled tempo and 30-second rest interval between each set. So you can go ahead and begin with the overhead press. Good. And then nice and slow back. Easy on those joints. Good. That full range of motion there. And one more. Good. All right. All right, next we're going to do the unilateral row with 5-pound resistance on the cable machine and an ipsilateral stance. There will be 2 sets, 15 repetitions with 30-second rest intervals in between. Nice, slow, and controlled tempo. Bring that back and releasing. Good. And again, this is part of the warm-up. Good. Looks good. And the last part of our warm-up is going to be the plank to target that core and kind of waken up those trunk muscles. It's going to be one continuous repetition for three sets with 30-second holds and 30-second rest time in between. Make sure we get that core nice and straight and that butt up. The shoulders need to come a little less rounded. There we go. That looks good. Nice plank. All right, now we'll be jumping into the exercises themselves. We're done with the warm-up, so we'll start off with the standing one-arm cable rows at 65% 1 rep max. My client will be doing 3 sets, 15, with 45-second rest interval in between. It will be controlled 3-second concentric and 3-second eccentric tempo. The progression on this exercise is an increase of 5% resistance when 16 controlled repetitions can be completed by the client for all 3 sets. And we'll go ahead and go. Again, nice and controlled. Good. The 3-second concentric and eccentric is recommended in the personal trainer manual for beginners to exercise, and that is the reason for that. The reason for the 15 repetitions at 65% 1 rep max is to focus on muscular endurance, as my client's goal again is to be able to increase the number of repetitions. When the 45-second rest interval is recommended to be less than 60 seconds for an exerciser focusing on muscular endurance. All right, the next exercise we'll be doing is the lat bar pull downs. Again, this will be at 65% of my client's 1 rep max, 15 repetitions, 45-second rest intervals, 3 sets, controlled tempo, increase of 5% resistance when 16 controlled reps can be completed for all 3 sets. So you will have your hands at wide grip to target the lats there, and so if you go ahead and sit down and pull and get in position, and we can go ahead and pull down, hold, and go back up slowly. So you want to go down a little bit slower and go up a little bit slower on each contraction. If you go past the chin, good. Slowly back up. And you really want to focus on driving those elbows into your hips to target the lat muscle that we're trying to get here. Good. 15 repetitions of these with 45-second rest intervals for 3 sets. Good. All right, so we're back over at the cable machine, and just like how we did with the warm-up, we're going to do the one-arm cable press and ipsilateral stance. My client will be doing 15 repetitions, 3 sets with 45-second rest interval with 65% of his 1 rep max for the weight, with an increase of 5% resistance when he's able to do 16 controlled reps. And you can go ahead and start. And this is very similar to what we were doing earlier. And he will be doing the controlled tempo as we have been doing. It's just like the warm-up, but just a little heavier weight to to get more activation of the muscles. And we'll be doing more sets as well. All right, looks good. All right, the next exercise we'll be doing is a machine chest press. We'll be doing 65% of my client's 1 rep max, 15 repetitions, 3 sets, 45 seconds, controlled tempo, increase of 5% resistance when 16 controlled reps can be completed for all 3 sets. And go ahead and start. Good, nice and slow, controlled tempo. Getting that full extension, that full stretch of your pectoralis major there, that chest muscle, and then getting also some secondary action of your triceps breaking. Good, looks good. All right, next we're gonna be focusing on the biceps muscle using the curl bar to do some curls. You're gonna do 65%, 1 rep max. You're gonna do 15 repetitions, 3 sets, 45-second rest intervals. Nice controlled tempo, slowly doing that. So slow on the concentric up, and then slow on the eccentric down. Good, good. And then we'll increase 5% resistance when you're able to complete 16 repetitions of this for all 3 sets. All right. All right, next we're gonna be doing the reverse cable flies using the cable machine. All right, it's gonna be 65% of the 1 rep max for 3 sets, 15 repetitions, 45-second rest interval. Nice slow controlled tempo, 6 seconds total per repetition. Increase 5% when able to complete 16. Nice, good. Make sure you're keeping those arms nice and straight. And this is really to focus on the posterior deltoid muscle, teres minor and major accessory muscles. Good. So next we're gonna be doing dumbbell shrugs at 65% 1 rep max. We're going to do 15 repetitions, 3 sets. Nice, slow, and controlled tempo. Increase by 5% on the progression when able to complete 16. This is to target those trapezius muscles. All right, just hold it just a little bit longer. Slowly let it down. Nice. Looks good. All right, so next we're going to be doing bench dips. This is going to be a body weight exercise. He's going to do 15 repetitions, 3 sets, 45-second rest intervals. You can go ahead and begin. Make sure we get that full stretch there. Fully going down. Using those tricep muscles. I know we've done some exercises that kind of use tricep muscles as accessory. We're going to target them here to build up. Make sure we're keeping those elbows nice in. Keep them in to get those. Yeah, to really engage those triceps. Good job. All right, so the last part of our exercise today, of our exercise session, we're gonna do some pull-ups, body weight, just as many reps as possible, and then we're gonna wait 60 seconds and then do as many reps as possible, wait 60 seconds, do as many reps as possible, do for a total of 3 sets. This is just to really focus on my client's SMART goal of increasing his pull-ups and kind of see progression. I know this is at the end of the workout, and he's gonna be fatigued, so he's not gonna be able to do his normal max. Next week we'll switch it to the start of the workout just to see progression. We'll do that each week, each first exercise session of the week. I mean, we're gonna do 2 to 3 exercise sessions per week. I think we're gonna do 3 exercise sessions per week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every Monday we'll have them start with the pull-ups, and then Wednesday and Friday we'll have them finish with the pull-ups. So you can go ahead and jump up there and let's see. Make sure you get full extension and then all the way up. Nice. Try not to swing as much. Good. Looks good. All right. And that is it. That is it for our exercise session. After 6 weeks, this man should be able to do 15 pull-ups body weight. Thank you.